Yes, I can.
It's about time. Do you know how long we've been trying to do this now?
A couple days.
Couple days, and tell these people what's going on with your phone. What's the story behind your phone?
Uh, well, I mean, it's an LG phone. It's normally, I don't know. I would say they're a good. I would say they're a good brand. Um, but this phone, it's worked good since I got it for. I've had it probably a good almost a year now, and just now it wants to start like even on a full charge. The phone will just randomly shut off whenever I'm using it, and then it'll kick back on, and I'll have like half a battery left for no reason.
Does it still do this? Like, has it still been doing this like yesterday and today since we started to try to record this thing?
Yeah, the only thing that I can figure out right now, since I don't have a new battery yet, to kind of keep it from doing that, is to just have it constantly plugged into the charger, and it doesn't shut off or do any like act up now.
Did you order a new battery for it?
No, not yet.
Are you going to order a new battery for it, or are you just going to get a new phone altogether?
I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking probably a new battery for now.
I was going to say, a new battery was probably going to be cheap for you. I mean, it's a G3?
Yeah, G3.
G3 batteries are running at like $12 right now online, so...
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you just go that route, you'd at least save money for now.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do.
So, a broken phone isn't the only thing in the past week or two that you've had that is broken.
Yeah.
Apparently, I heard that you were in some kind of, I don't want to say accident, but something happened to your four-wheeler where it's not so good shape, even though you just bought it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Well, the last time, well, not really the last time that I rode it, 'cause that's the time that it messed up on me, but the time before that, I was riding it, and
So this is like a week ago?
yeah, I would say it was more like towards the end of the night when I was riding it, because it was like on the way when I was riding home.
So this was
I
like
noticed
pitch black outside?
just about, yeah.
Okay, keep going.
I noticed that the back end was sliding out more than usual on me, like on the main road. Like, I don't know, like it didn't want to grip at all. Which I figured maybe it was just the tires, because the back tires are ridiculously bald on that four-wheeler right now. I do have to get new tires, which I do have new back tires, but I still have to get them mounted. I just got those, but I was, noticing that it was sliding out, on the way home when I was riding home. I just figured it was the bald tires, and that's probably what it was. But I was just still going to ride it anyways, just to, I don't know, it was still kind of fun with the bald tires because you slide around more than what you would with normal tires, so it just kind of made it a little bit more fun. Even though I am going to put the new tires on it. But it's called a castle nut. That's kind of it holds like the whole wheel onto the axle itself and the hub. But apparently my castle nut came off. I have no idea why or how, but somewhere that night.
While you were riding it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which could have been really dangerous because I was, I was falling most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so that could have ended pretty badly. But I ended up getting home, whatever But the next time that I took the wheeler out, I decided I was going to go ride at, Mr. Amy's house. So we hauled it down there, and I go to get on it, and I'm noticing, like, I'm pressing the gas down, but for some reason the wheeler's not really going anywhere. Like,
Okay.
it is, but, like, it's taking longer than usual for some reason. Like, it's, like, lagging. Which I figured again, the tires are really bald, and it was sliding out on the road.
Yeah.
So, maybe I just really need to get new tires.
Yeah.
So I didn't really think too much of it then. So then we go to, like I start riding from the house, and, like, the very first turn that we take, I, do this, like, slide the back end out, and my one side of the floor, the back left side is, like, bent down, like, like as far as hell, and I'm like, in my head I'm thinking, wow, this must be, like, a big ass, like, a big rut or something, because my tire is, like, deep in there.
Yeah.
And I look, except I'm not moving, so I'm, like, just sitting in one spot with the gas held down and not moving anywhere. I look back and my tire is, like, like 30 feet away from me. and I'm just sitting there with, like, I don't know, like, lopsided on the freaking...
Was Parker, like, way in front of you at the time, or what?
Yeah, he was in front of me.
And
he didn't really see it happen until he turned around and seen it. I was just, like, sitting there, and my tire was, like, somewhere else.
was this on, like, a road or a path, or what?
No, it was on the path.
Okay.
Thank God. Because that would have probably sucked. It would have probably bit the ground real hard on the pavement.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the tire just completely, like, even the lug nuts, everything was all tightened. The tire completely came off the axle, like, the whole hub came off the axle, and the lug nuts and everything were still on it. Which kind of sucked, but, yeah, not really much I could do there except, but, I guess riding it with that castle nut, off, kind of stripped the hell out of the, axle. So I had to order a new axle.
And you already
Axle
ordered
nut
this?
that apparently was lost since I didn't have it. Yeah, I did.
How much was that?
The axle actually wasn't too expensive. It was $106 for the axle. But then I had to order, like, the castle nut.
Like, you ordered this through the mail?
Yeah.
So who's putting this on for you? Do you know how to do it yourself?
Yeah, I'll probably do it with one of my friends. It's not too hard, actually. We already took off, like, the old axle and everything.
So you already like replaced all the parts you need for it. You just have to fix it now,
I'm just
right?
waiting for them. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the parts to actually come in, but we took off all the parts
Okay.
on the list right now, so we're just waiting for the new parts to come in to replace the old parts.
So when you're broken down on the path or whatever, how do you get it back? How do you get your four-wheeler back home?
We had another one of our friends with us that was riding. So he was riding a Grizzly 660, but it has a winch on the front of it. So we had to tie a winch to my back. What do you call it? Grab bar.
Yeah.
And Parker had to stand on the front bar to, like, kind of keep the four-wheeler kind of elevated so it's not, like, dragging the axle floor. And then I had to just, like, put it in, go in reverse, like, real slow the whole way to the house.
How far away were you at the time? I assume you weren't too far away, were you?
Not too far. But, I mean, it took us, like, I don't know, probably almost 30 minutes to ride back because we had to go pretty slow, but, well, I wouldn't say 30 minutes, maybe, like, 20 minutes to get back to his house.
And then you took it. Is it at your house now, or is it still at his house?
No, I put it on the trailer at his house and hauled it to my other friend's house, so we could work on it there.
Okay, so
And
it's sitting there right now.
yeah, we took it, took everything off of it, found out what I was gonna need to order and everything, so I could get that stuff ordered and whatnot.
So that's all that's wrong with it then? You'll be good to go after that, I assume.
Yeah, that I already have my tires to put on, so yeah, I'll be good to go.
Didn't seem like it was as expensive as I thought it was going to be, at least. It only seems like you put about $200 into everything.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
So you're sidelined from a while, I assume. So
Yeah, probably till next week.
so what, you've just been working? That's about it lately, or what's going on?
Yeah, work, and that's pretty much it.
Any bowling lately, or you still haven't went since we went?
We did actually go bowling. I think it was this weekend. I think Saturday or Sunday, I believe.
You went to the new alley.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was actually pretty decent. I don't know, I guess because it's been a while since I've been there, but yeah, it was pretty good. I like the lane.
Was it crowded?
No, actually not. For a weekend, it wasn't as crowded. We went on Friday. Yeah, it was Friday.
Was it cosmic or
for
not?
Friday. No, they had the lights on and everything. Okay. It is pretty cool though. Like whenever it was the red head pin night.
Yeah.
So every time someone gets the red head pin, they have like people that are walking around with mics.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, everyone check out like lane 12. We got a red head pin, and then they'll commentary it while you're bowling. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Did you pay by the game, or is it like a lane rental, or what is it?
We just paid by the game. Like, he just said, how many games did you guys want to play? And
was it reasonable or not?
We paid, I think, 13 for 3 games.
13 each for 3 games?
Yeah, and I think I got charged. I'm pretty sure I got charged for shoes because he paid the same 13, and I think the guy got confused.
Okay, yeah.
Charging for shoes as well, so it should have been probably around 12 something or 11.
Did you find out any league info, or still no league info?
There was a guy there that did tell us about a league, which leagues are coming up. I think they start. It's either beginning of June or ending of May.
Yeah, I think it's the end of May. Did he say what it was?
There's a couple of them. I think there was 3 or 4 sign-up sheets they had. They also had a tournament type thing coming up, which apparently we couldn't be in. The guy asked, but I guess you have to have a handicap to enter it.
Did you guys get any of the papers for the league info or not yet?
No, none of that. They didn't really have any papers for it, but they had the sign-up sheets, and there was a guy there that was talking to us about it.
Are we still going to do one or not, or you can't get off work?
I'd like to, yeah. I think when I read the sheet, I think it was, I forget how much the bowl.
I think they're like $13 a week or $15 a week or something like that.
I want to say it said $9, to be honest.
A week.
I thought I remember it saying 9 on the sheet.
And it was like 3 games probably, right?
I didn't see that though.
Did you know what night of the week it was or not?
No, I think they had one like Wednesday, and there was some other one Sunday.
Because we'll have to figure out.
I think the Sunday one didn't have like anyone that signed up for it.
We'll have to figure out what day we want, because we'll have to make sure that we're all off that night every week.
Yeah. I don't know how many people they're taking in leagues too, because on each sheet there was only like 15 spots to find.
I mean, it shouldn't be like terrible for you, because I noticed lately you've been working a lot of like morning shifts, so you should be off during the nights.
Not really. I've been working either 12 to 9, 12 to 8, like all the time now.
Are you going to be able to?
What's up?
Are you going to be able to get it changed to like 7 to 4 that day, or what?
I don't know. I hope so. I should be able to. We should be good.
Because, I mean, I know I'll be good, and I know our other partner just got a new job, so I think it's during the day. Isn't it day shift?
His? Yeah, he's going to be working both right now, though.
Oh, he's still working Walmart?
Yeah.
He told me he was going to quit on Monday.
Well, he didn't. He was at work today, too.
So, is there a reason he's doing
I
both?
think he was going to.
Just
Yeah,
for
he
more
told me
money?
he was going to do both. Yeah, to get more money, but I already know that's not going to last too long because he doesn't even want to like lift anymore because he's always tired. Like he was supposed to do today,
Yeah.
and he didn't want to because he gets up to go to work at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
and then he has to go to Walmart after he's done there at like and start work at like 4 or whatever to 10 or something. So
Is the pay at least better on this new job?
yeah, he is getting paid more there and getting more hours for him.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. One job would
Like
be good.
I think in the 2 days that he worked, one day he worked like 11 hours, and the other one he worked 10 hours or something like that.
Yeah, I know it's in the morning, too, so he'll definitely have nights off for bowling.
Yeah.
So that should
Yeah,
go.
he said he pretty much works almost his own hours. Like he can go in here at like 5 a.m. or 6 or something like that and work till like 2 if he wants. Or
So we should be set for that league, hopefully, with some good results, and then we'll be set for the golf, too, whenever we get our memberships up there. I'm going to run up in a couple weeks to get mine there, so.
Yep, I'll be with you.
So that's that. So the next thing we're going to go into is some sports. Have you been keeping up on any of the 3 sports going on right now?
No, I have not.
I guess I'm going to go with four sports because the NFL has been having some drama lately. Did you hear about the Tom Brady re-suspension? Did you hear about that?
No, what happened?
Last year when he got suspended for 4 games, he appealed it, and the judge ruled in his favor and gave him, like, he got rid of the suspension, so he was not suspended for any games.
I remember that, yeah.
And this past few days ago, they reinstated it and said that he would be suspended for the first 4 games this year, which includes games with the Cardinals, Dolphins, Texans, and Bills. And a lot of people have been, I guess, raising a big deal about it. You didn't hear about it?
You know, I did see like a meme or something about it that had like Tom Brady with like longer hair and a mustache or something.
Yeah.
Tom
Grady.
Yeah. Tom Brady is going to be played starting with the first 4 games or something like that.
So you probably don't have a real opinion on if you think that was a good idea, or do you, or what?
Of him getting suspended?
Do you think do you think that he should have just not had to serve the suspension, or do you think the 4 game is a good idea?
I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. I could care less if he plays or not plays, to be honest. But.
Okay, well, there's one sport. Let's try. How about NHL? Have you heard about any of the NHL playoffs?
What was your opinion on it, John?
What?
What was your opinion on it?
I don't have an opinion either. I mean, I'm happy because it's a game against the Dolphins, which is obviously my favorite team. So he's not going to be playing against the Dolphins, which is going to give the Dolphins a better shot. So.
Yeah.
So have you been watching NHL at all?
I haven't, no.
You probably don't even know who's in the playoffs, do you?
I can take a guess.
The Penguins are looking like the hottest team, at least right now. They'll play the Capitals in the second round. It's likely the winner of that series is going to go the way to the finals. Presumably, probably to play Dallas, who looked really strong in their first series against Minnesota and will move on to the second round starting in a few nights. So I'm sticking with my original prediction of Pittsburgh beating Dallas in the finals in, I think I said 6 games. So hoping that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
At least, let's go into the NBA. Have you at least watched any of the NBA playoffs or heard about them?
No.
Oh my God. Being a Clippers fan, since I know you are, I can inform you that Blake Griffin and Chris Paul both have pretty bad injuries, so they're out. They are currently in a 2-2 series with the Trailblazers, I believe. Yeah, they are actually, yeah. The Trailblazers won last night, making the series 2-2, and the 2 injuries are pretty much possibly going to end things for them. However, I'm still sticking with the Oklahoma City Thunder to go all the way. They won their series, so they'll go on to face Dallas in the next round. No, they beat Dallas. They'll go on to play San Antonio, another Texas team, in the next round. And obviously the Cavaliers are still looking good in the East. Did you at least hear about Curry?
With him being like his injury?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I heard.
Now, how do you think that's going to affect Golden State as they try to finish off Houston and head into the next round with the winner of LA and Portland?
I mean, he is a good player and all, but I think if they can pull together as a team and be able to beat Houston.
So you think they can make it through two weeks? It's at least 2 weeks without Curry. So do you think they can get by? Do you think they can finish this last game off with Houston and then at least win 2 or 3 games in the next series? Or do you think they could be in trouble here?
I think they can win.
So you still have them winning the championship, then?
What do you think they'd be playing against the Spurs?
No. If Golden State beats Houston and wins the next series, they would play the winner of San Antonio and Oklahoma City in the Western Conference Finals. And if they manage to get by them, they would play, which presumably is looking like Cleveland from the East. I mean, the East isn't really looking that hot. I mean, Toronto maybe, Miami's maybe. Like, it's pretty much looking like Cleveland, so it'd probably be Cleveland.
Yeah.
So you're still going to stick with Golden State?
If they play the Spurs, I don't know. Spurs are pretty good.
So you think the Spurs potentially will get by Oklahoma City? At least that's what it sounds like you're predicting.
Oh, yeah, that would be a case. That would be a breeze for them.
Okay. So you're predicting a 4-0 series from the sounds of it, unless you're just being smart.
What do you think?
I think it's going to be a really good series, and I don't know. I think Oklahoma City is looking good, and I think they can win it in 6 or 7. But that's all I can do is hope. So.
Yeah.
And then the fourth sport is MLB. Season just getting underway, so I mean we're a little bit late on our predictions for the year. But do you have any predictions for the NBA or the MLB season? I mean.
For who's going to win the World Series?
Yeah, I mean, we could go that route. What'd you say?
Or who I think will win the World Series?
Yeah, who you think? I mean, I know who you want to win. I'm asking who you think is going to win.
I'll go with who I want to win.
All right, and why is that?
What do you mean, why is that? Why would anyone else want any of their teams to win?
So you're going to stick with the Yankees to win?
Why would you want the Thunder to win the championship?
Because I legitimately think that they're going to win.
Well, I generally think they're going to win.
Okay, even though we're only 20 games into the season, the Yankees are last in their division and third to last in the whole American League.
Hey, they're late bloomers, dog.
The best two teams in the league right now are Chicago and Washington. That's the Cubs from Chicago. They're 14-5, and Washington is 14-4. And my beginning of season prediction was that we would see Kansas City back into the finals up against. I mean, a lot of people thought Houston was going to go all the way. Houston was the Sports Illustrated favorite to win, and they have the worst record in all of baseball right now. They're 6-14. Well, actually, no, that's the second worst. Atlanta is 4-16. But do you really think that bad starts like this can just be forgotten like that? Because you said the Yankees are just going to come back.
I mean, it's they could. You never really know until you actually see what happens. But yeah, I guess why not?
There could be another season where we see the Pirates and yet another wild card game. Every year since the wild card game has started, it's been in Pittsburgh every year, and they've lost it 2 out of the 3 times. So it's going to be hard for them to get over the hump again, as they got Chicago in their division. But they're in second place right now, so I guess anything is really possible.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to stick with the Yankees, and it looks like I'm going to stick with the Cubs for now. I want to say Kansas City, but they're also not really looking too hot right now. So your final prediction is going to be the Yankees.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, have fun being wrong. The last topic wanted to cover in the podcast today is the announcement of a new, well, I don't want to say new, but I'll use the word new anyway, a PlayStation 4.5. Kind of weird, as we've seen like a new version of the PlayStation 2 and a new version of the PlayStation 3, but each one was just a slimmer version of its counterpart. Like, there was really nothing new, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you got a chance to look at the PlayStation 4.5 specs?
No.
Okay, well,
not.
compared to the original PS4, the newer one is supposedly it is going to be a little bit skinnier, as the 2 and 3 newer ones were, and there's going to be some other differences, as the CPU is going to go from 1.6 gigahertz to 2.1 gigahertz. What do you think about that?
You cut out there. You said 1.6 what?
It went from 1.6 gigahertz to 2.1 gigahertz. Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, I think they should have put that out to begin with.
The memory is going to stay at 8 gigabytes, but it's going to go up from 176 gigabytes a second to 218 gigabytes a second.
So are they using an SSD now, or?
No, they're sticking with the same thing they had before.
Okay.
Same hard drive.
The regular PS4 doesn't have an SSD, does it? Is it just a regular hard drive?
It's a GDD, whatever that means.
Uh-huh.
They're both going to be a GDD. However, the GPU is going from 800 megahertz to 911 megahertz.
Okay.
So, other than that,
slightly better graphics.
Other than that, games will finally run at a full 1080p.
60 frames per second.
So, do you think it's worth a current owner to upgrade, or do you think it's only going to be a system for people that don't have the PS4 to buy?
I would say people that don't have it currently and are going to buy it, they might as well just go for the updated one. But me myself, I'm not going to get the updated version.
Do you think that this new Sony VR headset coming out is going to be affected by this new system? Like, do you think it could possibly be only compatible with the new version?
I could see Sony pulling something like that just for more money. I hope not. That would be really sucky. But I mean, who knows? Yeah, it could be potentially.
And other than that, with the upgrades, each company that makes games for the PS4 was informed that it will be the same disc. So it's not going to be two separate games like you have with the PS3 and the PS4. It's still going to be one game. However, they are going to be required to have the game compatible with two different modes. So I don't know how they're going to go about that, but at least it'll be good to have only one disc between both of them. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So you will not be upgrading, from what I hear.
No. And what was the price point on that? Do you know? Did they say one?
Well, the price is presumably going to be the same as
what it is right now.
As what it is now. I think it's going to be
right now they're $349.
The PlayStation, how much are they right now?
$349.
Okay, well, the PlayStation 4.5 will be releasing during this year's holiday season at a price of $400.
Really?
Yeah. It is going to be skinnier. You know how the PlayStation 4 is kind of divided into like an upper half and a lower half, as there's like that dip in the middle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine taking out that... Yeah, yeah.
That dip.
Imagine taking out the top part and having just the bottom part. That is what the system is going to look like.
That is pretty cool. That much thinner, but I mean, why do that now? Why not just come out with that, in the first place?
It's all money.
I guess it's normal for them. Yeah, it is more money, and I mean, they did technically do the same thing with PS3 three times. Because they had the regular big fat PS3, and they had the slim, and then they had most recently like the even thinner one.
And the slimmer one was no different other than like the top of it slid open. That was really about it.
Yeah. Which I didn't like that one, but I liked the one in the middle that was like thinner than the first one, but it's still it didn't
that's the one I have still.
Yeah, that's the one that I like the most.
And a lot of the things about this new PS4 is the ability for 4K, so 4K Netflix, 4K games, 4K Blu-ray.
That was confirmed with that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, I guess.
It was not confirmed that it can play games at 4K, but it was confirmed that 4K Blu-ray will be in it.
Okay.
So I guess we'll have to see what comes out of that. It should be interesting to see when it does get released. I mean, the holiday season is always the smartest option with gaming systems.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you have first-person experience working at a store that sells these devices, and you probably know that they spike up during that time of the year.
Yeah, that's definitely the time to get them, as hard as it is to get your hands on one sometimes. But, I mean, you always get the best deals as far as sometimes price and also what it comes with.
So, pretty much what we got going on for this episode. It's, from what I can at least say as of now, this is probably the last podcast that you guys may experience audio issues with, as we kind of film it from 2 hours away from each other. However, it's about a week from, I'll say it's not, by the time you're listening to this, it'll be about a week, and I will be back home for the summer, so we will be filming in the same spot like we did episode 2, so
Alrighty.
no more audio issues, as our next episode will probably be filmed from a similar location, so we will not have any audio issues on the next one. And that means Puerto Rock has to start thinking of some topics for future podcasts.
Yeah.
As always, I have a few shout-outs going to give at the end. Check out another podcast on YouTube and Facebook. It's called Across the Goal Line. It is a all-sports podcast, all about sports. It's an hour every week. Yeah, you'll find them on Facebook, you'll find them on Twitter, you'll find them on YouTube. Shout out to one of our number one fans, Earl. You know Earl, don't you?
Yes, I do.
One of our number one fans, Earl. I know you're listening, and I know you're waiting for that shout out, so there it is. Also, a big shout out to his Talk Pro Wrestling page. I also promised that I would give that a shout out, as he is big with sharing our podcast on his Facebook page. This officially marks the beginning of our podcast being exclusively on YouTube, so don't worry about us.
Follow us.
What'd you say?
Subscribe. They should definitely go subscribe to our YouTube page.
Yeah, definitely subscribe onto our YouTube account. Like, share, whatever, you know. Obviously, if you're listening to this, you're already on the page, so just click that subscribe button right below the play button. And do you have any last words?
I don't.
All right, well, that wraps up another episode of The Streaming, and we will see you guys next week.
All right.